Welcome to the Right Hand Roadmap, the podcast for seconds in command of founder-led companies. I'm your host, Megan Long, owner of Second First. In each episode, we show you the path to success on your journey as the #2 leader in entrepreneurial companies. I am so happy you are here. Today, we're going to be talking about 4 recurring meetings that I recommend scheduling. So typically, I encourage scaling back on meetings or performing asynchronous work when possible. However, these meetings won't just benefit your company, but they're going to make you a stronger second in command as well. So I call them the 4 mandatory meetings. The first of these is a one-on-one with your CEO or founder. So the recommended cadence for this is once a week, and it could be 60 to 90 minutes. And this meeting serves as dedicated time for you as the second in command to connect individually with your CEO or founder. So it offers an opportunity for you to discuss strategic priorities, align on goals, address any pressing concerns, and provide updates on key initiatives. These one-on-ones with your CEO are essential for fostering a strong working relationship between the two of you. I will say, typically, these weekly one-on-ones are going to be a little bit more tactical. So what would an agenda look like for your weekly one-on-one with the CEO? This is not one size fits all. This is just a recommendation. But I suggest that you split up your agenda into different sections. The first being just a business snapshot. So this is any need-to-know headlines about the business, the team, and then any clients or customers. Headlines about the business are going to be financial, things having to do with different departments, operations, etc. Headlines about the team is anything having to do with employees or recruiting. And then clients or customers is self-explanatory. The second section of the agenda should be any updates on rocks or big projects. So this is any information that you need to share with your CEO about measurables, outcomes, or updates on major initiatives that you have going on that quarter. The third section then are discussion topics or issues. So these are things that need to be solved together, or areas that you're stuck and need your CEO to assist in removing obstacles. This is a great way to respect their time, and I recommend that you have your direct reports do the same with you. So instead of going to their office or shooting them a Slack message anytime anything comes up throughout the week, just document them on a list and then keep them for your one-on-one and then tackle them all at once. As long as there's nothing time sensitive, you can just save all of your issues or things that you're stuck on and cover them all during your dedicated weekly time. The next section of the agenda that I recommend are action items. So capture and document any action items or to-dos that arise during the meeting, either for them to do or for you to do. And then last, have your top priorities for the week. So in advance of the meeting, list your top 3 priorities that you'll be working on during the upcoming week, and then read them to your CEO and confirm that they're in agreement or adjust accordingly. And then my biggest tip when it comes to your one-on-one with your CEO or with your founder is to keep a shared list that you both can contribute to during the week to populate that issues and discussion topics list. So I mentioned that as things come up that you should kind of keep track of them and hold them for your dedicated time. But a lot of times your CEO is going to think of things throughout the week as well that they want to talk to you about, and they don't have a place to really document them or keep them. So if you guys have a shared list on whatever platform that is easiest for both of you, it'll be easier to remember issues as they arise throughout the week than trying to recall them all during your one-on-one time. All right, so that's just the first meeting. The second meeting that I recommend is another type of meeting with your CEO and founder, and this is a same page meeting. So I've talked about this before, but this is a once monthly meeting that lasts 2 to 4 hours and is ideally off-site. So, this is described in the book Rocket Fuel by Mark C. Winters. A same page meeting is longer, and it's between you, the second in command, and your entrepreneur. This meeting is meant to build your personal relationship and list issues, concerns, ideas, and disconnects and work through them all until they're solved. So, this is a high level strategic meeting. This is a time for you to get and stay on the same page and then show a unified front to the rest of the leadership team. The purpose of this same page meeting once a month is not to get in the weeds. You do not want to tackle tactical issues. This is meant to be very strategic, high level. You talk about big picture things. And again, make sure that you guys are aligned as you go to these leadership team meetings. The third type of meeting of our 4 mandatory meetings are one-on-ones with your direct reports. So very similar to the one-on-ones with your CEO, these are once weekly meetings and they last anywhere from 45 to 60 minutes. So these meetings provide an opportunity to offer guidance, support, and feedback to individual team members, as well as address their concerns, remove obstacles, and assess their progress toward goals and objectives. These one-on-ones also serve as a platform for fostering professional development, building rapport, and assuring that each of your team members feels valued and supported in their role. So when we talk about an agenda for your one-on-ones with direct reports, it's going to be similar, but I have a couple tweaks that I recommend. So first, start off with relationship building. So just check in with the employee personally and see what they've been up to, what their interests might be, how their family is, etc. This is just strictly a segue to build that rapport. And then you go into prior week progress. So ask for updates on last week's action items and check in on previous challenges. So, last time we spoke, you had this specific challenge. How is that going? This also serves as light accountability just to make sure that they're keeping things moving. And then go into the issues and discussion topics section. So these are things that need to be solved together or areas that your employee might be stuck and needs your assistance in removing obstacles. The next section then is action items. So this is where you capture and document any action items or to-dos that arise during the meeting. And then the most powerful conclusion to your one-on-ones with direct reports is asking them, what can I do for you this week? And each one-on-one by asking your direct report, what can I do this week? It's a powerful tool. It builds trust. It allows you to identify and remove obstacles, and it shows your employees that you're willing to roll up your sleeves and help them be successful. So you'll likely get nothing I can think of as a response, but that doesn't mean that this isn't meaningful and powerful for them to hear. And then the fourth type of meeting that is just absolutely essential for you as a second in command are quarterly planning meetings, and this includes your annual planning meeting as well. So the cadence for these is quarterly, and the duration is a half day to a full day, all the way up to 2 days. So quarterly planning meetings are with the entire leadership team, and these are critical for setting the strategic direction and goals of the company. These sessions involve reviewing the previous quarter's financial and operational metrics, assessing priorities, and aligning resources to achieve those big picture objectives. So staying dedicated to quarterly and annual planning meetings provide a structured framework for driving long-term success and guides your decision-making throughout the year. It really serves as that North Star for you and the rest of leadership. And I'll do another episode that covers our full recommended quarterly planning agendas. They're pretty lengthy, but they have some great exercises to really help guide the discussion for your leadership team on what your priorities should be. And then a bonus fifth type of meeting. So this is not anything that I consider mandatory. This is just kind of a added value bonus, and it is skip level meetings. So skip level meetings are something that you would ideally do quarterly, and they're only about 30 to 45 minutes. Skip level meetings involve you as a second in command meeting directly with employees who are a level or more below your immediate reports. So these meetings facilitate open communication and they enable you to gain insights into the experiences and perspectives of frontline employees. It gives you an ability to address any issues or feedback that they might have. It also gives you important perspective into the performance and leadership abilities of your direct reports. So you can kind of get that, next level feedback about how your team is doing. Skip level meetings help in fostering a culture of transparency. They boost employee morale and they ensure that you, as the second in command, stay connected to all levels of the organization and really keep in touch with what the actual company culture is. I hope these have been helpful as you kind of assess what meetings that you currently have on your calendar and whether or not that you're having the 4 mandatory meetings that we just covered. To find show notes and links for anything mentioned in this episode, visit secondfirst.com/19. Be sure to subscribe to catch future episodes and leave us a review on whatever platform you're listening on. Remember, you don't have to navigate being a second in command alone when you have the right hand roadmap.